Okay, this is a 3-minute skill on how to transfer images using a grid. So first things first, make up a grid. You can either draw it straight onto your image, or like here I've got it on a sheet of glass so that I can reuse it whenever and I'm not damaging the image underneath. So what I started with is you want a ruler that doesn't sit flat to the paper or flat to your surface, because the ink can kind of creep underneath the edge of the blade and you end up with a kind of a wonky line. So this one's got kind of a rubber base to it, and I'm doing this in centimetres. You can also do it in inches or half inches or whatever you want to do. So I've done the first lot alternating lines in black, and then I'll do the second lot in blue. You can pick what colours you want or use the same colour, and I'm using a permanent marker, so it's not going to rub off. But if you want to change it at any time, you can use some nail varnish remover, acetone. Okay. You can do this on acetate or something like that, and have kind of 3 or 4 different versions. But I like doing it on glass because it's got some weight behind it. And I put it onto a piece of white paper so that I can actually see the lines as I draw them. If you've got a clean worktop, there, it's not a problem. So now I've just got to do lines going that way. So once you've finished your grid, put your image onto a piece of paper like this, or just lay that onto a book page, and you want to line up a bottom corner somewhere, or a top corner, any straight edge, with a line of the grid, so then you can measure and work out how big your final grid needs to be. If you want to expand or shrink the image, that's easy enough. You just change the size of the grid in your final piece. So once you've done that, you then draw out your grid on your target piece. So this I've already done texturing on the outside. I can't remember if this one's coming first or this one's coming next, but this is a project coming up, so I've already done the outside bit and I left this bit clear so that I could do this technique. So I've just drawn out the grid exactly to scale, so I can start working. And the thing with doing this technique is it helps you to get things in proportion without thinking too much about it. And the way to stop yourself thinking is to turn it upside down. To turn your final piece upside down and your image, and then line up your square again. You find it useful to have a ruler or a piece of paper or two and just cover over the grid as you're working. So you're only doing those squares there. If it's a very intricate thing, you want to cover over the horizontal as well, but for this I can work through. That way you get the proportion within the box without worrying about the whole thing, because that can make everything unbalanced. So turn it upside down and just start drawing, and you're just drawing what's in one square. That's all you're doing, which cuts down a detailed, intricate image to fairly simple shapes. Okay, so once you're finished drawing out, you just need to kind of finesse slightly some of the lines, because things like a long sweeping curve can get a little bit angular because you're just going from box to box. So that's easy enough to tidy up, and then just carry on with the project. So I can't remember which order these are coming in, so you might be seeing this one next week. So there you go, that's how to do a grid transfer.